Madness visits in the strange time of my need, and I wonder here on many things. I wonder why the ideology of social democracies, in Europe for instance, is visited by some god in the air, an entity called Pan. That is the lecherous Pan from Greek mythology, half man half goat. Does this god need an idea, a collective platform of the minds of humans, to dip down from his disturbed air? In logic the philosophy of social democracy makes sense to me, however much a cold dead machine, and therein is no light of truth. And so then the goat legs of the god Pan, which touches a false Yesod, must cause the collective minds of humanity to touch a false Yesod, in their lower parts of their pelvis. There must be an injury in masculinity and femininity for this to work, and the power of the false Yesod circle around the injury. And the collective minds and their false Yesod gives birth to false redemption, empty cystic things. And sometimes I am angry at God for not helping me, and I wonder perhaps if my own injury deep in my psychology, in my masculinity, in my pelvic Yesod, in my soul, is the reason for my troubles, that I in great power and pain, and pelvic desire, like some cosmic alchemist, warped and wobbled the whole of the cosmos, digging a hole in the subspace of my life, bending things to my terrible will. And I wonder, if I had not received the grace and light of God, that I might have turned into the mad Russian priest, Kondratyi Ivanovich Selivonov, or some form of him. And he, it appears, had power over the minds of others, and caused great mutilation, and his light was darkness, and he touched the waters wrong. And after social democracies and their god Pan, with the strength of a goat in the pelvis, and after each Kondratyi Ivanovich Selivonov, follows a brutal and symbolic Stalin, who rises to destroy Pan, and destroy the cults of the false Yesod, or inverse Yesod in the pelvis which had stirred up the maelstrom of Qliphoth, the touchable hell. And then perhaps, the process starts all over again, a historical recurrence that weaves through the matrix of the eons of time. As I am leaving the madness I wonder if it is better to be one of the mindless, they seem happy in their water bodies. Meanwhile, in my Christian way and light of truth, I prayed last night and in my vague senses perceived Jesus Christ standing there, as a king, in kingly robes. In my mind I approached and thought if I should touch his robe, my hand on his chest. And it was as if he said to me, this king must be touched. I suppose it means I must not just pray into air, I must actualize the interface, with my mind, for the king to help me.